All right, welcome to WO Radio Show. I'm your host, Richie King, Redneck Pimp. This man right here needs no introduction. He's been on here before. I'm here with the mayor of Hamilton, Missouri, Mr. Kris Bruce. I got your name right.
Yep, you got it right. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for having me on. Always a blast.
Yeah, he's here today with us. We're going to do some shenanigans. I see we got people tuning in. Appreciate it already. You guys are a big part of what's going on, and thank you all very much. Hit the share button, hit the like button, give us some love. Today we got some shenanigans conversation, and we got some shenanigans, and then we're just gonna, open up to you guys and let you guys ask some questions. Get her on out there, guys. We love you guys. First thing, we got to take care of a little business. We want to talk about our big show coming up. I know you guys have heard a lot about it, but it's what we got coming up. It's for the veterans. It's for our brothers and sisters that commit suicide. If you take a look right there, November 6th, Saturday at 5:30. It's at the Tub Creek Event Center at 11417 Northeast Highway 69, Cameron, Missouri, 64429. We have bands, Mixology, great band. Have you seen Mixology?
I've heard them.
Excellent band. If you've ever been to any of our Warrior Fest, you know who's up next. You know Reality Becomes, outstanding band. Reality Becomes, ass kicking band. Okay, and all that's sponsored by Tub Creek. Tub Creek, they give us Event Center free of charge. So big shout out to them. They're gonna have barbecue for sale there. Levi Garrison and Sons is coming over. He's bringing a couple kegs of beer and stuff that he makes, and that stuff's quality beer.
Get your drink on.
He's a veteran, so he's coming over to be hanging with other veterans. His and Her Sports Gallery, Cameron, Missouri. They're making shirts for us, so shout out to them, and I hope they are able to come. If not, we'll get it some other time. Webfoot Forge, another sponsor. He's got things he's going to want to raffle off, and he's giving all the money to help the veterans. He's out there sweating, building these things, getting hot, right? Probably never have COVID because he sweats everything out, and he's donating things for sale. Also, if you'd hand me that, Mayor, if you would, we have a gentleman, unknown. His name's unknown. He wants to keep it that way. If you can see here, see the nice, you can right there. Back it up here a little bit. Yeah, there you go. This is the knife that was donated, made from a metal that cuts wood. It's a big sharp blade that cuts wood, logs. It's got a oak gamut to it, and then the handles out of a deer antler.
Looks like a skinning blade.
It is a skinning blade. You're absolutely right, sir. It's absolutely a skinning blade. It's a great thing. So that's going to be a raffle. I might have one of my wooden benches there for a raffle, 50-50 raffle. All this stuff, guys, the PTA help the veterans with suicide prevention. But we're proud to announce our greatest gift of all is at 5:30 when we start. Within 10 minutes, we're going to announce the winner of the veteran who won a free Thanksgiving dinner, sponsored by Operation Veterans Barbecue. Operation Veterans Barbecue, Matt Brooks, Charlie Pride Barbecue. They're paying for it. It's an absolutely free Thanksgiving dinner for a veteran. Man, you guys, you can't get any better than that.
Yeah.
And then to make y'all laugh, start off, we got David Scott at 6 o'clock. Okay, David Scott at 6 o'clock. And then we got Sean Hill. She's going to be on 6:30. Mixology's at 7. Okay, they played at 8. And then after that, we'll squeeze in Jeff Onyx, Richard Montano, Tater's coming for the show, Thai Food Panda, and of course yours truly. And I'll be bumping my gums along with Justin Snodgrass. He's a host. It's his final show. He's hanging up the aviators. This is his final show ever to see Justin Snodgrass doing his thing. So that being said, that's at 5:30. We'll cut off at midnight. You don't want to miss this show. It's going to be an outstanding show. Mayor might come. He don't know yet. He made his mind up. He might come, and he does. He's more than welcome. Have a good time. You don't have to stay all day. You come support your favorite comedian, support your favorite band, donate a little money. We appreciate that. Whatever you guys want to do. And so we got that took care of. All right, we got Ashley Rowland checking in. Jesse says hi, and hi from her. Well, hi, guys. This is, Ashley Rowland, her husband, Jesse, are probably my two biggest fans. They absolutely love me. They come to a lot of my shows, so they're great people. I'm glad you guys can make it here today. We got quite a few people checking in today. I'm pretty impressed with that. We lost a few deals, a few sites. We got to work to get them back up. Amy Porter, hello, Amy. Thank you for checking in. Hi, how you doing? I'm here with the Mayor of Hamilton, Kris Bruce. What? Let me get a name tag.
I want to say one thing. I want to wish Rich here a happy birthday. Today's his birthday, so if anybody's out there,
Yeah,
be able to.
I was trying to ramble on long enough for you to forget that.
No.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Julie. How you doing, Julie? You just missed it. He outed me on public radio. Today is my birthday.
Yep.
I'm 50 years old, half 100.
If you see him out and about, wish him happy birthday.
As soon as I'm done this show, the wife and I are going to have a dinner. She told me to pick a restaurant I want. I said, well, since I'm paying, all right. Said, how about Burger King? She gave me a weird look. I said, maybe I want to hang out with the king. No, I'm not going to Burger King. But anyway, so yeah, it's happy birthday to me today. All right. We got the trivia question coming up. Actually, the mayor brought me a trivia question today. We have Pimp's Pet coming up for you in a little bit. So let's get into what we got to talk about here. There's 12.4 million cars being driven longer. People are driving their cars longer now. Thank you, guys. You all hit me up. Happy birthday now. Thank you. 12.4 car. Your car that you have, the average person turns them in about every 5-6 years. Or not anymore. Now they're going way longer. People are driving them now. Junkyards are not being as full because of cars not being turned in. I drive mine till I don't buy a new car all the time. I drive my car till it absolutely won't run no more. Take to the scrapyard, get some change, go get me another one, and start the process again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Some people, I know a couple of people that real good friends of mine who've had 30 vehicles in their life. Why? They just get after 200,000, they just get the new war off them. They just get the seat and everything. But 12.4 million, and people are driving their cars longer. And they say, well, the reason for that is car prices are going up. Wife just got rid of her Jeep. She got her a Ford Expedition, and it was twice as much as what it was originally when it came out. Okay, and it wasn't new; it was a used vehicle, right? So it said there's a people are driving longer. It said there's a cars prices going up, and they say there's a car part shortage. Okay,
I think overall getting cars is even getting harder.
Yeah, now they're saying there's a car part shortage, and they're tying all this together. And driving a car longer wouldn't mean a car part shortage, because a lot of people don't buy used parts; they go buy new parts. Right? So that doesn't fit their theory. Well, here's the problem: we got tankers and ships and semi trucks that are sitting at certain docks, can't get these goods and services because they have nobody to unload them. They say it's COVID. They say it's people not working. Well, time out, Mr. Mayor. They say people are not working, ain't got people unload them. Yet the president of the United States comes on and says his unemployment is 4%. He's created 140,000 new jobs, which that's crap. Them are jobs that Trump had, people going back to, right? And everybody's at work. Well, why do every time I go through town, no matter what town I drive through, I see help wanted signs on almost every building?
Yeah.
So unravel this first, Mayor. This whole car thing? What's the problem? Why is it?
I'll tell you what the first problem of it is getting them overseas. Buy here. Don't buy something that comes in on a boat. Buy it right here in America.
And the problem is a lot of our car parts are made. I mean, people brag about Ford and Chevy not have foreign parts.
Sure.
Okay, they do. We need to open up factories over here to make the damn parts for our crap. What's wrong with making them over here?
Nothing. Except
higher wages because people are greedy, right? But so we got shortage of car parts, but everybody's working. Where's the lie coming from? How come the numbers don't add up?
I think the majority of it's got to do with what's on the news and stuff. You sit down and watch news and you watch your shows and your programs and stuff, and that's exactly what they do. They program knowledge that may not necessarily be true into your head. I mean, you've seen plenty of shows and stuff, and you thinking, that can't be right. They can't be right. I mean, just anything. Fast food. I mean, you go down and get you a Whopper, you get you something, to eat at a fast food restaurant if they're open, if they're able to dine in. That's the deal of it. A lot of them anymore are drive-through only.
Right.
And then everybody's wanting $15 an hour, whatever it is for fast food. Well, that's going to drive the prices up on it, guys. So. It
really does. The wife and I used to go, say Taco Bell, for example. No, I like Taco Bell. Let's pick on McDonald's. My daughter's going to kick my ass, but we used to go to McDonald's. For two of us, we can get a meal for both of us for like $17.
Mm-hmm.
That's fries, drink, and not being glutton, just a burger, fries, and drink.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we do it. It's $23.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the deal. I can go to some of these local mom and pop restaurants, sit down and eat and get extremely full and take a doggy bag home
Mm-hmm.
for $25.
Mm-hmm.
Throw a tip in there.
A funny story. Yesterday, I had to go over to Chillicothe and I ate at their Burger King, and there was a 30-minute wait over there. I was number 25, and it seems it was on number 45 before I even walked up there and said, hey, do I get my sandwich for today? It wasn't mad or anything. I was patient and everything, but
Right.
it just goes to show you. Well, today I ate down there at Easton's Pub and Grub down there in Easton, Missouri, a little bitty hole in the wall place.
Good friends of ours. Yeah.
And had a sandwich and fries for $8.
Right.
And was in and out of there within 20 minutes. So,
right.
I mean, I'm all about eat local, shop local, buy local, and stuff like that. But some of these fast food chains and stuff, that's exactly what they are, guys. They're chains. So,
yeah,
they're dragging you down. But
Dean says on here, and again, Dean, welcome. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Cars are more expensive. You have to drive them longer to get the money out of them. I'm a kind of a miser. If I buy something, I'll run that thing till I can't use it anymore. Same way when I was doing construction. I had an air tank or air compressor that I still own. I've had it for 25 years. Went through all my construction, not all, but most of my construction, everything, bounced around, tumbled. It finally blew up. I should have replaced it 10 years ago. I finally got tired of it, and now I'm going to get me another. That's just the way I am. And now a lot of people are forced to be like that. Hey, you got a pair of shoes, you run until you absolutely walk out of them shoes. Julie said, I went to order a new rope. A new rope. Simple, right? But they can't ship to Australia from the U.S. at the moment. Why? Why? It ain't because of COVID. The president says everybody's working.
That sounds like they don't make rope in the U.S.
Well, Australia should make rope. They got the resources. They're a pretty big place. I don't get what's the deal.
Again, they're telling you what.
Yeah, they're lying to you. That's what it is. But nobody's catching on to this lie.
No.
This administration, not just the president, but this whole administration has nothing to do to lie to the people. And guys, give it the eye test. All right, use your eyes and test. Use your ears. Be your own person. Cut out what the media is telling you. Cut out what you come on these radio shows and hear. Look for yourself. Damn it! If it don't make any sense,
common sense. It
ain't true. Judge Judy says if it doesn't make any sense, it's not true. Or however she does that. Dean Cerny, all parts are made overseas. How about we take some of China's intellectual property, reverse engineer and the shit, and make it here? They still do not, to this day. They did it.
They still do it just today.
Yes, Jesus, that's tongue tied, but that's a good point.
Yeah,
they do.
True.
They do absolutely do it. Hey, Christy, Chassis Payne, thanks for joining us. Till the wheels fall off. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. If you haven't got that mentality, maybe you ought to develop it. Like clothes, for example. People are like, well, you got any nice clothes? I do have some nice clothes, but I'm not going to wear them until I wear these out.
Right.
My wife's like, you need to go through your clothes. Why? Because some of those are stretched or no good. They're what are you talking about? They're just broke in. They just got them broke in. So wife and I, matter of fact, this coming weekend, we got to go through closet.
That's always fun, huh?
Yeah, well, especially when you got PTSD, you don't like to get rid of nothing.
You might want to keep some of those bigger jeans and stuff for the holidays coming up.
No, I've been put on a forced diet. I'm down 5 pounds.
Oh, really?
Well, I appreciate your concern, but 10 years, it's 10 years, 5 pounds. That's not good. That's a couple shits.
Yeah.
Lots of international shipping is held up. Yes, Julia, you're right. It is held up. It's held up all over.
That's the problem.
The rope she wants is, but I can't say the name. Shibari rope is better from the U.S. Get some hemp rope. I've seen a documentary on hemp rope the other day. It's pretty cool how they make that process. You wouldn't believe it. For cheap as it is, they go with a lot of things to make that stuff.
Yeah.
The reason why Biden doesn't take the media questions is because he doesn't have the mental capacity to keep his lies going. He just turns his back and walks away. Lets Jen, whatever, that redhead, right? Pusky, keep the lies going. And they ain't even good lies, Dean. They're not even trying. They're not even trying to put forth a good lie. And let's circle back. Circle back to what lie to no. You circle your ass out of here. That's what you need to do. But And listen, I don't make a difference if people think Trump or if Biden stole the election or not. We're beyond that point now. There's nothing we can do about election being stolen, election not being stolen. We need to concentrate on right freaking now. Because right here, 12.4 million cars are being driven longer. People are driving their cars longer. First of all, I don't know why it ain't been happening long, but now, so that drives the prices up. No, prices go up because people are greedy. They were announcing prices were going up a long time. I was looking at pickup trucks. I'm a big pickup truck fan.
Mm-hmm.
I said pickup trucks. They wanted $50,000 for a freaking pickup truck.
Oh yeah.
I can get a starter home from that, flip the son of a bitch, and make my money back.
Oh yeah.
It's just it's criminal the way it's criminal. It ought to be criminal. If it ain't criminal, it should be criminal. You know what I'm saying? If the economy's booming so much, where's the problem? Is the economy not? Or I think it's not, because I give it the eye test. Look, either there's a serious disconnect somewhere. Businesses are hiring, or businesses are staying in business. We've lost here in Cameron. We lost an outstanding barbecue restaurant. Yeah. We used to perform at Papa Sweets. Them let people own that were working 6.5 days a week. Yeah. Hours upon hours, man. And they're older people, and they got tired of it. They couldn't do it no more. Couldn't get help. Yep. They were offering $20. They were offering Kris $20 an hour. Yeah. How do you not work for that? They had people in the seats.
Yeah, it's bad. A lot of the small businesses in Hamilton, there's been several that have been closed because of the COVID, and there was never a pandemic structured into their loan or to their paperwork or any of that stuff. So whenever it hit in the bank, is needing their money, they just sell it out from them, and it's not right. It's not fair or anything, but that's what happens. I mean, it's kind of a bad deal.
It is, and talk a little more about that since you've been the mayor of Hamilton. Hamilton it's kicking Gallatin's ass. It's a booming town. I know the quilt factory come in there, but you had a lot of Ma and Pa there before the quilt factory even came there.
Yeah.
Joe Jump's restaurant, for example. Not Joe Jump's. Excuse me, the Hideout.
Hangout.
It was a beautiful restaurant.
It used to be Blue Sage. Now it's the Hangout. Right now, it's because of COVID and everything. They decided not to go into opening it, from what I was told.
Right, and we lost the burger dive. What is that?
Jay's Burger Dive.
Jay's, he had outstanding place.
He had one in Chillicothe, and he had one in Kearney as well.
Gone. Well, is Kearney one gone?
Yeah.
Is all three of them gone? That's too bad.
And so those are all gone. There is a new place in town called Kathy's Kitchen. I recommend anybody go in there to try that. It's a great place to eat. That breakfast open 7 days a week, 7 to 7, 7 days a week. So if you got an opportunity to get out there and try it, I recommend it.
Yep, we did. You and I were in there one time. My wife was buying her car that day, and we visited a lot. And that lady's a great place. Us veterans, supports us. She put my flyer up in there, no questions asked. Good lady, and she's reasonably priced. But here's the deal: you get a lot of these people who, right now, she's got a client, she's got a young family who could help her and people to keep going. These places are falling under, and they're saying, "Well, the COVID." No, it ain't just people want to get out and do things. I was looking for a restaurant the other day. My wife and I drove through 3 parking lots. Things were closed. The lobbies were closed. That was toward the city. The lobbies are closed. Why? But you got a long line of people in the parking lot going through drive-through.
I believe that this COVID has changed the face on a lot of different things. It's changed the face upon people going to work. Now they're their own employers. It's changed the face of online shopping has become more popular.
Right.
You'll see more and more FedEx, more and more UPS trucks and all this stuff doing all the paperwork and delivering of items and goods from home to home. People have turned their homes into their offices, and which is fine and great. That's a change, and I'm surprised that school has not gone. They've done some online schools and so on and so forth, but to jump back into being there every single day it was kind of surprised to see that go.
I had a guy on, and he told me why that happened with the schools. To touch on that, he said that the president and all the governors and all the mayors and everything, they were confused about their internet service. They all thought they had adequate internet. We learned one thing we did learn about COVID is the internet is not adequate. It is terrible. We have terrible internet service. What happened was not a lot of people were using the internet during the day.
Right.
It seemed better when it was. The pandemic, now everybody was at home using all this massive internet. And now they can't handle it. They're like, crap, these kids need to learn. Well, okay, we need to go back to school. What do we, okay, fine, because school, but they got to do this, this, and this. That make it seem like they're doing something, but they wouldn't aware. It just caught everybody off guard. Kind of. Us people living in rural, we're laughing. You didn't catch us off guard. We've been trying to tell you anyway. Dean Cerny says, the left say eat the rich. Why don't they understand is the rich are nine of or the
nines who own the companies.
Or the ones, he meant the ones, or the ones who own the companies that produce the products we buy and we employ the middle class. At the end of the day, they're saying kill the middle class. They're saying it, and they're saying it in every language, Dean. They're saying there's no language gap. They're killing other countries. Other countries are starting to be more successful than we are. Why? If we're the biggest powerful train that we used to be, why is it sputtering now? And a lot of other countries are starting to build up. China has no problem sending goods out. They got no problem making goods. They're making goods. Why can't we make goods? Julie says Biden is doing a David Copperfield with your economy. Yeah, he's doing a swell job so far. But if there's 12.4 million cars, if you can't see with your own eyes now that there's a problem, I don't know how else we're going to wake up. I don't know how else we're going to wake up. I don't know what else to do. What else to do? This makes no sense. Well, people are driving longer because they have less car parts. Wait a minute. If they're driving longer, you're going to need more car parts to keep the motor vehicles running now. Okay. But they can't get them because they can't come in the country. Well, the price of cars are up. The price of cars are up because people are not buying the cars and driving longer. It's all because our economy is being killed, and it ain't because of COVID. Julie, see you later, Julie. I'll see you again. So you got to go on there. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. So what are we going to do? What's next? If you go in these grocery stores, you start to see bare shelves. But we got people working.
When you're talking about that, a big part of this is inflation. Inflation's ridiculous. Gas. Gas is twice what it was a year or so ago.
Right.
Beef. Everybody and their grandma's raising cows and beef right now. So, the price of beef is high. Processing beef is high. And in the time frame that you're going, to do that's a job that's high in demand that, you think that would be a very lucrative job right now, but
right.
Hardly anybody's wanting to do that. That's bad. But just to mention something here is it's not just affecting that. I took some co-workers of mine up to a horse auction. Some Amish guys up to a horse auction in Jamesport here a week or so ago, and they had a horse up there. One of them that went for $14,500 for a horse. They had a horse up there that was 3 years old, and it was blind in one eye, and it was kind of lame to where it would hardly walk. From the start, it took some,
right.
Get up and go to get going, but it sold for $3,000. I mean, so it's not just affecting the car parts and everything; it's affecting everything. One little boy says that he ought to be selling horses instead of cows because he'd make a lot more money at it. So it's a sad deal. So the country's in a sad shape, and
and I mean, is he wrong?
No, it's. I mean,
but see, the thing is, that's going to catch up to us, like it did back in 1929. 1920s was a booming time. Yeah. The problem is it was too damn booming. People started paying outrageous things for anything. Inflation took over. Then what happened? The Great Depression came.
Yep. And that's what we're going to go into.
And I don't want to say that's a guaranteed thing because Great Depression sucks. But it's looking like it's coming. Now, It looks like we're going to need socialism to take care of it. But here's the deal. The government's I've heard a lot of people talk about socialism on here. The government is so stupid. They couldn't even give you socialism. The government can't fix this. The current administration we got are so damn dumb, they can't fix it. They can tell you they fix it. I see it all the time on there. Jobs are up. Unemployment's low it's been in years. Really? I can't get jalapenos on my sandwich because I can't hire another person to slice a jalapeno. That I was actually told that. I went into a restaurant and they said, well, we ain't got nobody to slice the jalapeno. Well, bring the son of a bitch to me. I'll slice it. Just bring me the whole jalapeno. Don't worry about slicing it, That's things, guys, that we need to start questioning and wondering and I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do. Where we're heading.
I encourage everybody to get involved, try to do their part.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
right.
That's about the only thing you can do. Buy local, shop local, eat local, support your mom and pop shops. That's
right. That's good and that's great, but that's only that's only a temporary problem. What if local don't have anything anymore?
Yeah, that's a bad deal then.
Well, because right now, I mean, go down to Walmart. It's local Walmart, little bitty Walmart, little bitty town. They're running out of things.
Well, problem with that,
6 months.
Anything that says made in China and made overseas and stuff, they shouldn't have that. Like toilet paper deal.
I mean, my God, there ain't no toilet paper factories here in the United States.
Yeah.
Come on, man. But now, wait a minute. Ain't this president friends with China?
Oh, I don't know if he's friend. I think it's a.
Yeah, see what they're saying. So I don't know. Yeah, if the government didn't tax the people to death, minimum wage wouldn't have to be $15 an hour.
I agree with that.
I was on here many shows ago, first part of the year, when I seen all this coming, and a great economic gentleman, who's a big brain guy, he's very smart, showed it to me like this. He said, "We all live in this box right here. Everybody's in this box. This box moves. Everything moves with this box because this box is people. Above the box, you got milk, shoes, goods, and services. You got people that own things. You got the people that own, the owners, and the big business. Okay, they're right up there. If you get $15 an hour, this box moves up. Everybody's making money now. It's trickling down. The problem is that box bumps everything else above it. Milk goes up, things go up. These business owners make X amount of dollars. Period. They're going to make X amount of dollars. Their yacht needs gas. Their Maserati needs gas. Okay. Or electricity, whatever it is they drive. They make X amount of dollars. It's not going to change. The more you go up, the more they can sell it, the higher they can sell things. It's a bad thing. What Trump did, Trump counteracted that. He put everybody going to work. Okay. Everybody's working. Everything's low because if I didn't like paying $35 for it here, I go pay $25 for it over here. It brings the price back down. That box moves back down because now these guys got to sell. They can't sell a $35 product when you're selling for $25 over here. Right. So everybody starts lowering because everybody's got money to go around. That's how you counteract it. But if we start putting you in this box and giving you things, we're in trouble. We are solely in trouble. How are they making 16, 17-year-olds pay income tax? They can't vote. That's essentially taxation without representation. They don't care. They absolutely don't care. They just don't.
Not their problem.
Make more money. That's all. Yeah. That's their theory.
Yeah.
Now, we hit it on earlier. Before I started doing construction, I worked at the prison as a prison guard, and then I had a job at the rock quarry because they paid me good money to be the rock quarry. Brain numbing job. Shout out to the buddies still work there though. Wasn't very brain stimulating. The same thing over and over and over and over again.
You get to blow up stuff?
Yes, I did. I was the man to blow things up. That was my goal. That's made the day fun for me.
That'd be worth it.
Yeah. I hauled some rock and blew some shit up. Boom. Yeah. Anyway, I moved on, opening my own construction company. I was working construction, did that, and went back to it. And this time I was the owner. And for 20-some years, I did that. Now, I got a letter from President Obama, or not really from him, but from the administration, thanking me for entering the workforce again. Like, how do you even know? I didn't know what workforce. They say, because I was no longer drawing unemployment. Because see, when you draw unemployment, you're a number. Okay. When you stop drawing unemployment, they all assume you go back to work. And I didn't. There was a period where I didn't go back to work. I was doing odd crap. Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, I was doing work, but not paying taxes. Mm-hmm. And then when I did my construction company thing, I wrote up everything. I didn't pay any taxes because I wrote everything where I didn't have to. But they assume you're going back to work. So that's what happened. He assumes because people are not collecting these unemployments, going back to work. But he's still stimulating people. He's still getting people $750 every 2 weeks, or the middle of the month, I think it is, for their child's credit. Well, there are people, some thrifty people stretching that money. But like you said, when you shop at home now, you don't have to get out. You save in gas. Food goes up because you're home more. But you're saving gas, you're saving all this stuff because stuff's being sent to you. But they can't find people work to bring your stuff.
Isn't that crazy?
It's just the dumbest thing. It's stupid. And I actually watched the numbers on TV, and it was brain numbing. It was so boring. But then I got to watch them. Like,
yeah,
what the?
yeah. That's...
Let me see what I still got in here. I had a breakdown here. Wait a minute, right here. Let me see if I can find it. I had a breakdown here of everything that they were paying. This new economy. No. I can't find it. But I want to show you something that I did see. I've seen it several times now. Read that very carefully.
Fully vaccinated man dies of COVID. Doctors claim that the result that could have been worse if he did not have the vaccine.
Can be worse. I don't get what's worse than dead. But they were giving money for like tree acceptance. The trees in my front yard don't accept each other. What kind of what kind of shit is that? This bill he's got this $1 trillion bill they're trying to pass. They're having trouble. And now you got Democrats now. They're like, wait a damn minute here. Hold on. We're all for bridges and infrastructure, stuff like that. But no. What this other crap. No. So he gets up there. Well, this bill is to help pay our Social Security and our veterans benefits and things. Those people don't get paid. It's not about my infrastructure bill. That's already paid for. Stop. How's that already paid for? He ain't even got it passed. Nobody else catching this shit but me and a couple other people. No one's catching this. I don't get it. And that's why people driving cars longer. Pretty soon people are going to be wearing shoes longer. You buy a 6-8 pair of shoes and then you lightly wear them around.
Speaking of that horse auction, I was up there. There was a 20-year-old horse that went for sale.
Okay.
Guess how much it went? $11,000.
$11,000.
And a guy sitting next to me, he was from Lamona, Iowa, and he says, whenever I had a 20-year horse, we was thinking about taking him out back and getting rid of him because it wasn't worth nothing.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be wearing their shoes longer, or driving their cars or horses, whatever. I mean, that's
horses, for Christ's sake. Horses. What are we going to see? Dog. I don't even know they have it no more. But what about dog races now? We're going to run these guys until they're.
The price of dogs are, I just bought me a little Brittany here within a year, or this summer, within this year.
Right.
And I got it for $500, and I thought that was a good deal. But according to everybody else, the dogs are going for $1,500. Easy. AKC registered.
I used to sell Rottweilers. I used to sell boxers. I had like four breeds. One I used to sell. But boxers would always go for the most, right?
Oh yeah.
We were selling for $500 easily. Okay. Now they're $1,200.
Yeah.
And if you want the multicolored brindle or the black one, they're even more.
Oh really?
Okay. Yeah, we were getting black one, white ones are worth more because they're rare. But brindle, reverse brindle, fawn, flashy fawn, all those $500. We'll kill it. Rottweilers used to be for $300. They're $3.5. Okay, I bought one for $600, and now I look about $1,000 to $1,200 for a Rottweiler. AKC register, or now it's not an AKC; it's American.
We got two different ones. Mine's AKC, but then
there's like 6 of them. Yeah. But so Dean says Social Security is worker funded. It's not a government job that funded. Your taxes for everything you get paid. Right. But they've been dipping in that for so long, man. They've been eating up Social Security for other little, and don't want, and they threaten you, don't want to fund it, don't want to pay you.
Look at the percentage of people that have paid into Social Security and got to the age where they can finally collect upon it, and then within that week or so or day or whatever it is, has passed away. And there's hundreds of thousands of those that has happened to. What happened to that money? Did they bury it with them?
No. Well, somebody's scamming,
Sure.
And then my mother, with her Social Security, had a big deal about spin down and Part B medical and all this crap that, it's crap, right? It's basic medical care, If you got a terminal illness, you're dead. Okay,
no.
you're dead. And that's a headache for yet the governor or the government wants to dip their hands in the cookie jar and take the cookies out of it. And then the cost of living's gone up, but they haven't given these people raises so long. Now they're finally going to get raises. And he's all, see what I did? I gave y'all raises. Dude, you had to. It wasn't you. The law says you get a pay increase.
Minimum wage goes up. Everybody's pay goes up.
Yes, that's not. He didn't do. Well, he caused it.
Sure.
I guess he can't take credit because he caused it. So. All right, Dino said it. All right, so where are we at in this country, Mr. Mayor? Where are we at in this country?
It's sad. I mean,
you're a guy. You're doing well. You're in charge of a booming little town. What would Kris Bruce do if he was president?
Well, if I was president, I'd work on trade agreements, better trade agreements. You wouldn't have all those cars sitting off on boats overseas. You'd be making your parts here in the United States, and you'd be selling them, exporting, not importing. Buy more American products, American labor. That would all be number one. You wouldn't be outsourcing. You wouldn't be, we was building a house over around Lock Springs and going down that highway there. There's a majority of, this is out kind of around your area there.
It is.
There's some hog buildings out there. Those are all Canadian owned.
That's right. They are. A lot of people don't know that.
Nope.
They think they're part of
so
Standard Farm.
That wouldn't be happening. You can't own a business. So that would be changed. And, you got all these people coming over these borders, thousands, hundreds, thousands of them a day, and they don't got any documentation. They don't have anything on them. You don't know what they got. And then they're telling you every single day at nonstop, get your vaccine. We need you, get your booster, get this. It's all bullshit. That's all it is. So with that being said, those three things would be the number one priorities.
Okay. So you put that out there. Now, let's say someone comes to you and says, Mr. President, I don't want to build a factory over here. I'm getting incentives. It's cheaper for me to go overseas and build these parts than over. I don't want to do it.
Okay, well,
what are you going to do?
You now live over there.
Pack your shit. Hey.
Don't let the door hit you.
Right? I mean, a lot of things I would do.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah. And you're here why? You need gas money? Hold on, let me pass the hat. I'm sure I can fund your gas trip.
Clean up the White House and start over.
Yeah, that's what Chelsea, one of our new listeners. And you know what? That is true. I've always said, as citizens of this country, who they work for us, by the way, they need to clear that up. They work for us.
They're still prosecuting those people that supposedly broke into the White House and stuff. Did you see that glass on that one footage with that shield? That had to be the original glass to the building. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. And they're coming up with some charges I ain't never heard of, like what was that one? Two ladies from Missouri, matter of fact, from here got charged defacing something and something. I'm thinking, I shit in a cop car, and I got less than I mean, come on, man.
When they had the inauguration in,
that was a big joke.
It was. I mean, can't people tell whenever it's got razor wire and armed guards around? I mean, yes. Is that normal? No.
Did the transition between Obama and Trump have to have all that?
No.
Why didn't he know that? No one threatened him. He had threats. No one threatened Biden. Nobody threatened to kill him. I've talked to everybody. They want him out of office, but nobody wants to kill him. Are you kidding me? With all the crybaby liberals we got today, nobody want to kill this man. Not even the rednecks. Not even a hardcore. Nobody wants to kill this guy. And I'm gonna tell you something. Half that insurrection thing was crap. If they really wanted to take that over, they could have.
Sure.
Okay. And all within hours on the news, all I heard was those rednecks over there doing that. Them wasn't rednecks. There wasn't a 4-wheel drive pickup truck anywhere. There wasn't a shotgun and no hands.
The best thing that a person can do is just unplug from TV, unplug from the crap that they're feeding you.
The thing is about that, and I agree with you, but sometimes you get some useful information.
Sure.
But how do you filter that? In this day and age now, there's a guy that, last year when everything first came out, he typed in something on Google and gets the right answer. Now he types in on Google, they ban him. They want to hide it. They certain or whatever the information you're looking for, they don't exist. But you can 2 clicks and find porn. Sure. These child pornographers, 2 clicks and find child porn. Sure. Which that's bullshit. How come ain't no mandation on that? Because they got rights. Rights to what? We are not. There's a lot of things going on in this country that just ain't right, and it ain't just the Democrats. There's Republicans that got no backbone up in there. Sure. They're not doing shit. They're not doing nothing. Chastity, that was a true beginning of what they staged. Segregation versus we are not Democrats or Republicans. We are supposed to be we the people. Well, that ship's done sailed. We ain't no we the people anymore. Stop foreign countries from owning American businesses in this country. Right. I've seen it a billion times. They run hard until they get caught not paying taxes, and then they shut down the company. Yep. Yeah, that is absolutely correct, Dean. You were right about that.
And it's just not. I mean, it's in everything. I mean,
it is. And people wouldn't tax you so damn much. People wouldn't want to try to get away from not paying it. Nobody wants to pay taxes. No one just wants to say, "Woohoo, my paycheck! I'm looking for paying them taxes." Nobody does that. We do it because we know we need. There's services we need. Okay,
it's hefty, like that vehicle you bought for $28,000.
Yeah,
taxes on that. You got to do sales tax, property tax each year.
Right. Now that's Arizona. I'm glad she bought it from Arizona. We had it shipped to us. We couldn't find one local. It was cheaper out there for taxes, right? They gave us a 90-day tag. So we're driving on a 90-day tag, which helps with cost.
There was one trick that these people, whenever I worked at the dealership, they told me that they took possession of the car.
Okay.
In between basically New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. They bought it, but they took possession of it, and then they didn't have to claim it on their taxes for the next year. So
they can get away with it.
They done it. They're no longer with us. Rest in peace. But that's
if they can do it. Chastity, let us know. Drop a comment here. Let us know where you're from, what state you're out of, so we can get a good handle where you're coming from too on your comments here. They give us 90-day tags. Missouri don't give 90-day tags. So
no, what is it? 30 days.
30 days.
Tag.
30 days tag. We got a 90-day one, and they have to honor it because of Arizona. Once I license it, then But so I went. Yeah, today's my birthday, as everybody knows. So I went last week to get my driver's license. Okay, I haven't been in there in so long to get my driver's license. It was, I had one when I first did it a long time ago. I was the last person that had the old style driver's license. The old ones had the social security and stuff.
Go to Kingston or
no? I went to Cameron. Cameron just does. They do a good job. So my very first ones, I had a. Oh, she's from Bremer. Oh, she don't live far from me either. Okay, excellent. Charged. It says charged. So I'll go get it. And I gave it to him again where it's I was one of the older ones again. They're gonna send me a new one and everything. I got all the processed, but they had to have more paperwork. They said we can't use anything that's not mailed to you to show your address. But we need your social security number. I said, no one mailed that to me. It doesn't have my address on my social security number. The people move. I got that. My mom got me for that when I was 4 years old. I didn't get a social security number until I was 4. Right. Well, I don't know what the rule says, but we need that. I said, but you just said it had to be mailed to you. So you won't take my military ID? It has my picture and my name. Well, no, because that wasn't mailed. That wasn't mailed to you. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. They sent it to me in the mail. Well, we need that. I said, well, how about my old driver's license? Will they work? Well, that's one piece of mail. We still need 3 more. So you need 4 total? I said, wow. Okay. Then they said, what do you weigh? I said, well, maybe I don't want to tell you what I weigh. How about that? I got 4 pieces of mail. What I weigh, So we got down there. I said, well, now I live in Davies County. I don't live in Caldwell. My address comes up as Caldwell County. They said, no problem. It doesn't matter. I said, I scrolled down there. I said, well, right there. She goes, well, I've never seen that before. I've been working for 6 years. Never seen that before. I said, you never seen that? Look, wow. So I went from send me one to mail. It's a damnedest. They think they got it all figured out, but they don't. and I had to have this so I can fly. I had to have a birth certificate.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be, and it's just a matter of time before you're gonna have to have your proof of your vaccine before you do all that. That's gonna be your fifth piece of paperwork.
Yeah, well, guess what? Yes, I won't be flying because I said, well, lady, I don't care about if I fly or not. She says, well, you're a comedian. You might have to go out of. I said, damn, yeah, crap. I don't want to travel always.
People that do
so,
that.
So anyway, I got this. I had to show my birth certificate. And she says, well, this birth certificate's kind of new. I said, ma'am, it's not possible for somebody to file for a birth certificate. I had to file for one sometime back because I think about a house or something. They want us to show a birth certificate, so I had to get a new one. Where's your original? So, ma'am, if I knew where my original one was, I wouldn't have had this one. I don't understand the line of question.
Your original birth certificate.
Well, she was asking where my original one was.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I knew where it was, I wouldn't have had to get this one.
A lot of times those people in those places like that, they just ask stuff that,
stuff don't pertain. Yeah. Like, for example, on your driver's license, I don't know how it is in your state, but in the state of Missouri, it doesn't have your race on there. Okay.
Realistically, they should take that off.
Right. But it don't ask. But she asked me my race. Yeah. I said, well, Native American. She goes, you don't look Native American. I said, I don't look white either. She goes, oh, well, maybe you do a little mixed. I'm about to start cussing, but I was in a place and I knew you was coming on. I didn't want to embarrass you for coming on here because I was like, I'm about to tell her a few things.
Well, at least they didn't start that gendering stuff again.
Well, that's coming. They had a. I'm just gonna say it. It had a guy in there trying to go through the process.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't make a difference on your driver's license. It doesn't say what you are. Okay. Yeah. But he was going to get some other paperwork for something else because it's not just a driver's license place. They get titles and stuff like that. And it's getting where it's I don't know what to do. I mean, my birth certificate wasn't good enough for her, And then I said, well, your dad's name not on here because my mom didn't know who my dad was. My mom was a hoe. So I just, whatever. I said, you got her maiden. Oh, I'm thinking, what the hell does this matter? It doesn't. So I don't know if she's making small talk or what, but anyway, I got the lights took care of it, and now they're going to send them to me. But there's a lot of things going on. I don't get. I guess Twitter put out now. Twitter and Twitch.
They did what?
Twitch and Twitter put out a release saying if they catch you playing anything from YouTube on their site, you're going to start taking down shows and banning accounts. If we talk about the cure for COVID, they said there is not a cure. Stop saying there is one. Even though a lot of people believe, and I've heard people always tell me this, they taken out a horse warmer stuff, ivermectin, not by itself with something else, and they've been cured of it and never had COVID won't come back to them. I don't know if any of that's true or not true. Okay. But I know they've been giving it to third world countries forever. Look it up. I'm not lying about that. That's a bona fide fact. They've been giving it to third world countries forever. And but they push and try to, cut everything up. If you own your home outright and you don't have kids in public schools, you shouldn't be charged personal property tax.
Well, yes and no.
Go ahead.
On that, the majority of the taxes are the school taxes. I do get that. I mean, I work with the Amish guys, and they're talking about their majority of their taxes that they pay go to the school when they got their own school. Mm-hmm. True. But the small percentage of it goes towards roads and stuff that they have, the roads that they maintain, the maintainer, the gravel, and doesn't mean that there's necessarily money or whatever available for it, but that part of it does. That's unfortunately the downfall of property taxes. But being taxed on a car every single year that depreciates is different. I can understand a house that you can, add a second floor to or something like that. But when you tint your windows of your Ford F-150, it doesn't increase the value of it that much,
No. So. No. And I agree, but I disagree. I'm kind of like Dean. If you have got any kids in school, I don't think you should pay the tax. However, when my kids went to school, had a lot of benefit, not just in school, but like if the roads were bad and the bus couldn't get through, that school would make one freaking phone call, and the state was out there blading my damn road. I live deep in the country, and they were blading my road quick. Okay, so that had a benefit of that.
Right.
I don't like the whole tax problem because if you don't pay your personal property tax, they take your stuff. That's communism. Okay, they take your stuff, and personal property taxes, they want you to own more, but then they tax what you own. That's the problem I have with it. The more you own, the more they tax. But the kids going to school thing, I've always fought that. Like right now, I got no kids living home. My grandkids, they're all in their own place now. We still pay that tax. We pay fire tax. Where I live at, I got 2 or 3 different counties, 2 or 3 different towns come put out a fire, and none of them get there. When in 2015, when lightning struck,
none of them get there to you.
No, in 2015, lightning struck my garage, burnt that son of a bitch. It was on fire. I busted a water line, so I turned the water on. I was going to fix it the next day, so I had no water to fight it myself.
Wow.
My wife called. First of all, they want to argue with you. You sure you live where you say you live? She said, I've been out here for 12 years. I don't know where the hell I live, right? Winston, Missouri beat Hamilton, beat Breckenridge, all the way to Winston. Came from all the way from Winston, Missouri. You know how far that is from us. They went out. How they got the call, I don't know. Gallatin said they wasn't coming. Okay. They came all the way, and then as they were putting the fire out, Hamilton pulled the box off. When the power company said don't do it, they pulled the damn box off, right, and put the fire out. Winston, Missouri got there first. And so I pay these taxes. I want some things to show for them, and we're really not. That's why a lot of people have a problem with taxes. We're not getting what we pay for. These roads are so bad. I've put pictures on here where I'm sitting in a pothole, and the pothole was 18 inches around me, all up and down the roads, and it's crazy. The Amish don't have an issue with Rona. They don't have TVs. My grandfather hauled them till about a year before he died. He hauled Amish. He did well at it.
Yeah.
We call those basement savers. Mother Goose is here. Oh, there he is. Well, what do we have here? Well, we got the mayor in studio with us today, brother. By the way, guys, you want to come November 6th, check him out. He's hanging it up. That's it.
Yep.
Boom, he done. He's hanging it up. That golden voice is, well, not long be doing this, but he's forging, taking care of his family, making some awesome things. He's going to have it there. Come out and check Goose out one last time. Listen to that voice one last time as he announces the 7 comedians, the 2 bands, the raffle. He announced the winner of the veteran Thanksgiving dinner giveaway. Man, it's going to be exciting to hear him out there one last time. He's got some stuff he made for raffle. Come check him out. He's going to be there one more time at November 6th there at the Tub Creek Event Center in Cameron, Missouri. Yeah, like I said, but that's what the tax thing is. I don't like it because they take your stuff and they make you pay it. Here's the deal. They say it's unconstitutional to pay taxes. I believed that for a long time until I started doing some research. It's not illegal to charge us taxes because taxation is not representation. Mm-hmm. People think, well, there's no war going on. It ain't about war. It's about paying for services. Okay, that's your representation. Your police force, your fire department, your mental health things, first responders, your mental health going on, right. Things like that. So that's your representation to pay taxes. If you don't pay taxes, you're hurting them people. Right. It ain't just hurting the government. It's hurting people. Because, the government's going to charge you more to make up that tax loss anyway. Right. I hate paying taxes. I think I don't want to do it. But what do you do? If I'm going to be good and if I'm going to be selling goods and services and paying for stuff, I get taxed anyway. So, Mr. Snodgrass still waiting on a certain mayor to order a blade. Well, this mayor hit a financial spot that really drained him.
I got some stuff for Justin there for some blades. So
yeah, I got OX. I got some things for him too. I'll be giving it to him at the show at November 6th because he'll be there. I'm gonna try to go live with that, but don't guarantee it. But I'm gonna try to go live with that show. I'm a technical idiot. I'm just now figuring all this stuff out with Justin's help and then our executive producer. Right. Blue Phoenix, she's really taught me a lot. And Athen, that poor guy's an alcoholic now because he was teaching me this shit. So thanks, shout out to you guys. Thank you a lot. But we're here with Kris Bruce. Boy, I always get his name wrong. I'm here with Kris Bruce, Mayor Hamilton, thriving town. And quite frankly, sir, I think you got a lot to do with that. I think you made some wise decisions. And
it's a team effort on it. There's you know, we got different individuals from different wards and all that, so it's a team effort. And you know, I think we all have the approach. We're going to try to, at least I'd try to think of it that way on a lot of things I do. I'm leaving it a little better than I found it. So that's kind of the mentality I got on it. So
leave it a little better than you found it. Well, you absolutely have, and you're doing a phenomenal job. I don't know what the rules are at Hamilton, how many times you can run, but
it's just 2-year terms.
Just 2-year terms, 2 years, and then 2 years, and then 2 years.
Yeah.
So
There's an individual from over there at Braemar. I believe he ran 13 or 14 years. It'd be 14 on his terms, but
okay. Well, I mean, as long as that's
for a while, but I think he finally got beat out there.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that you keep doing a fine job. You'll always be mayor. Now, tell us the truth. Kind of put you on the spot here.
Sure.
Is that a lucrative paying job, being mayor? Because I hear all the time, all the money we're paying him. I'm thinking, he ain't making any money.
No.
Hello, no sniping or nothing.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Oh, for the record, there is a possibility of an occasional appearance. Well, there you go. There you go. Possibility, he said. But he's always welcome here. He knows he is. Guys, we're here with Kris Bruce, Mayor of Hamilton, good friend of WO Entertainment. Been on several times. Trying to get him to come to the show and have a good time. It's about 3 minutes top of the hour. I'm going to run it one more time because I've been running this thing. I've been pimping the hell out of this thing, and we believe in it here. So I'm going to show it again. Guys, November 6th, and I'll put it up here one more time for y'all. November 6th. Right there it is. There's a flyer for it. It's sponsored by Webfoot Forge. Justice Nice, you see him in the comments there. He's got some nice edged artwork he's going to have for sale. Or excuse me, for raffle. He's got for raffle. Getting good at what he does, man. He got some beautiful artwork he's going to have. So get your butts out and come down, check it out, man. Buy some raffle tickets. I'll be putting up the price of those at the show, so everybody will know. I want to shout out to Tub Creek Event Center, Tub Creek Barbecue, for hosting this event. Big, huge shout out to Levi Garrison and Sons Brewing Company. No hesitation, didn't hesitate at all to help put this on. He's a veteran. I think his son's active duty. So thank you very much.
Scott just got back from it, I believe, within the owner.
Yeah.
So yeah, great guy. Got an opportunity to meet him.
Absolutely great guy. He's got a great recipe because he's doing well. Two bands. Mixology at 7:00. What an awesome band. These guys, you do kind of outlaw country, southern rock, hardcore country, just whatever. They can play their ass off. And I don't mean to use that language, but they can play their ass off. They're a good band. Reality Becomes. Man, if you've been paying attention to anything from Warrior Fest and anything like that, these boys can play. They're outstanding people. Come give them a listen. Want a big shout out to His and Hers Sports Gallery right here in Cameron, Missouri. His and Hers Sports Gallery. They're making the shirts for us, and they're going to have them for sale. That money has been sponsored. So all that money goes to help the veterans because those shirts are sponsored, and they're making it for us. And thank you very much. And then the comedians. A lot of these guys need no introduction. Y'all know who they are. Sean Hill, outstanding. She's a very funny lady. She sent me a message today. She's mad at banks, so she's going to open her own bank. Okay. And hey, yeah, you got that kind of funds. Go ahead, do it. David Scott. You all know who David Scott is. He's the winner of the very first WO Last Comic Standing trophy. He won that back in March of this year. So we're going to have that contest. We're going to have the contest again. I'll be announcing that before I leave. I'll pick a date next year. We'll get that lined up. I want to have some more comedians show up to this thing. Jeff Onyx. He's dual. He's going to be doing some comedy, but he's going to be doing a lot of tech stuff there, sound, and make sure everything runs well for the bands. Richard Montano, my brother, he's a Marine. He's very funny. If you want a clean comic, don't come to his set. Don't come to his set. He'll tell you about your dick out. Okay, don't come to his set. Funny comedian though, outstanding guy. All right, Tater's coming. Tater's going to be there. Tater's my boy. I love Tater. Typhoon Panda. He needs no introduction anywhere. Man's very funny, very good. And of course, myself, I'll be performing there as well. 50-50 raffle and lots of other things that's going to be raffled off. This is going to be hopefully a mega show.
$5 entry charge. Wow, that's cheap.
That's cheap to get in from 5:30 to midnight with entertainment.
Wow.
you know. And so we're not. That shows we're not trying to get rich off nobody. We just want people to come.
Yeah.
And when you get there, you're gonna have a chance to buy merch. Okay, you buy beer, you can buy food. That's why the price is low, so you can have money to do these things. Have money to buy merch, have money to buy food and beer. So come on out, man. You guys have got to come and put your butts in the seat. Listen to some great bands, great comedians. Fly in. There's still time to buy a ticket. There's plenty of hotel rooms around this area that you can get reasonably cheap, and just hang out, man. Hang out. If you want to stay more than a couple of days from out of state, hang out. I'll take you to my house. We'll do some hunting. We'll get it on, man. We'll do it. Just Snodgrass. If it comes to on one more time, I'm going to say he's your new co-host. You.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of that, gentlemen, thanks for that segue, Justin. I'm going to be shutting down the last Tuesday in November. I think it's November 30th. Okay. And I'm taking all the month of December off except one Christmas special. I will be back to a Christmas special. Then I'll be back Tuesday, the first Tuesday in January, with a new co-host, new intro, kind of a new setup, new things going on here. I got him on board. He's on board. He's already agreed to do it. He's an older gentleman. He's the commander of the Cameron American Legion Post 33, right out here. His name's Alan Reed. He's a great guy. He's going to be going on. Also, we're giving away mystery box. Thank you, Dean. The mystery box is going to be given away November 6th. The very first one went to Josh Krazer. That's in the books. Josh Krazer won the one. He's in Oregon. Won the very first one. That'll never be took care of. Dean Cerny won the second one. Dean Cerny has now got a massive lead for the second mystery box. Okay, I'm talking massive lead. Of course, we all know it just takes one time to draw your name. One name's all it takes to win. One entry. Right. And if he wins it, he'll be the only person ever to win it twice, 2 times in a row. Cool. Shout out to Dean Cerny for making Richie send him the second mystery box. I can't wait until see what's in this one. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, that money, the deal is, guys, if you win this mystery box and you're not at the show, I will reach in my pocket and pay to ship this box to you. It cost me $40 to send it to Dean Cerny last time. From Missouri to Ohio is where Dean lived. $40. Insane in a membrane. But he loved it. And then when you get it, if you win it, you got to send a video. If you open this thing up, we will put it on here. We will put it on WO site. We'll put it on our HQ group. Okay, we'll put it on there as well, showing the winner. Open the box and revealing what's inside of it, because it's a mystery box. Nobody knows except the people that's been on the show. Might have some knives and signs for sale too. Well, there very well could be. Dean, he just make a lot of stuff there. So we got that covered up. Let's do some other things here.
All right, what you got?
What does normal even mean? What does normal even mean? Because people talk about, you hear all the time people, okay, we get back to normal, or a normal person don't act like that. I don't know how many of these police shows my wife watches, by the way. You don't want to mess with a wife who watches ID channel, okay? Especially killer women, okay? You don't play with her. No. But you hear he wasn't acting normal. The cop said. Come to find out, he wasn't even the guy. They arrested him because he wasn't acting normal and harassed him on stuff. But the evidence supposed it wasn't him. They let him go. I don't know how many times they say he wasn't acting normal. What's normal? If you see a loved one get killed, what if your guy has no emotion?
That's the same way of being pulled over because you're suspicious.
Yeah.
Is that a crime?
Yeah. I used to have an afro right here, and they pulled me all the time. I know why. They thought I was black. That's exactly what they did. You know. Well, we seen that. I said, "You see my afro, dude? Just tell me." You know.
Yeah, he's right. Normal is just what it is, socially accepted.
But anymore,
I agree with that, Dean.
What's socially acceptable?
Be weird. It's more fun that way.
It is. Exactly right. Exactly. What if you're one of these guys? I've seen a case where they arrested an autistic young man for murder. Okay. First of all, it's a proven scientific fact. People that are autistic don't kill. They don't process that emotion. Yeah. They love everybody, right? But they arrested him because he didn't have any emotion. He seen his mother die. He didn't have any emotion. He didn't know what the hell was going on. He didn't. Process whatever. Blanked. Facebook was mad at us. Somebody helped him. Come to find out with DNA, he was not even close.
Hmm.
The DNA evidence said he couldn't have been the one if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Let him out. 10 years of this man's life and put him in a hellhole that he can't process. Spent the majority of that locked up in the hole so they wouldn't kill him or rape him. And they didn't write him a check.
Yeah, there's
That happens a lot.
There's a lot of that.
A lot of that. Because he couldn't process emotion.
There's a guy out here that got charged out here at Cameron, wasn't there? That got charged for a crime that they said he didn't do it. Went out here at this prison.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's a what's his name? Strickland. Yeah, I did a show about him.
Yeah.
Strickland. He actually didn't do it. Now they're saying no. He didn't do it at all.
Still locked up.
They're still locked up. See, that's another thing about this country. If you didn't do it, and they got evidence, and this guy, they've got overwhelming evidence that says he didn't even. Matter of fact, I don't think he was even there. Okay, so they got evidence that says he didn't do it. Why is it taking this man so long to get out? Why are they denying him
30 years or whatever? I don't know. Long time that he's
long
in there,
time.
but you can't get that time back.
No, he can't. So why is he still in there? Why you got judges slowing down the process to get him out? What the hell? Are we missing something here?
Money, all about money.
I don't know.
It's gotta be.
I guess, unless they got some secret card that they're going to play during the trial.
I would say, like they say, money's the root of all evil, and they got wrapped up in courts, and I'm assuming that those attorneys and all that's making it. They're not doing it for free,
right? Well, not only is the money the root of all evil, greed.
Yes,
greed, because people that eat too much are greedy.
Yep.
Period. They're greedy, and that's evil to be. Bring that upon yourself and bring that upon where we go. So normal is a certain way people act. Okay. So you got half the population that are weirdos. I don't want to act like them. Right. So if I act my way, well, now he's faking it, or he's arrogant or something. Maybe we need to start hiring the right police for the right areas. Get them in get these people together and I eat too much. All of them is fat. Yeah. The VA called me greedy because I ate too much because they want me to lose weight. The VA can kiss my. Can't say it on here. This is a veteran show. Yeah. All right. So normal is just whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. You hear it all the time. He ain't acting normal. What do you want to do? Cry like a baby? Stub my toe? Shoot myself because I'm overwhelmed with grief? What do you do? Now, Mr. Bruce, what do you think about all the F Joe Biden chants going on?
Yeah.
This is going on in public places, right? Start up just a couple football games. Now it's football games, basketball games. Manhattan, New York, the biggest blue state in the blue area, bunch of liberals at all. They're in a food court. These are soccer moms, soccer dads in a food court. F Joe Biden. Here you go. Yeah, let's go, Brandon. That's what some lady tried to cover up at a NASCAR event. Let's go, Brandon. That wasn't what they were saying, lady. We can hear her. Okay, but anyway, let's go, Brandon. Chance. They're saying it all over. They don't care in New York. They didn't care if kids are around. They didn't care. You being a mayor, would you allow this to go on in your town at a big event?
It's freedom.
Tractor show.
It's the freedom of speech. I mean, you can't censor it. So
no, they're trying.
They're trying.
They're trying.
I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, and that administration needs to take accountability of how this nation is.
Right.
And a chant ain't going to change it by any means, but I mean.
No, but I read some deals on this. They're so mad up there. Joe Biden's pouting. Well, I'm not giving them nothing. They keep saying F Joe Biden. Well, you ain't giving us nothing anyway, so shut up.
Listen to how he's trying to do the infrastructure of the country and everything, and between the people that are doing the chants and between what he's saying on this end, there's no love lost in between either one of these.
No.
No. I mean.
And now you're getting his own political race, his own political party who starts saying, wait a minute.
Right.
This guy's a buffoon.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've had my friends call me and say, they look around like, hey, I'm sorry. We didn't realize. We did, but we didn't realize. Well, now it's too late to say you're sorry. You know, see what I'm saying? It's way too late. But here's the deal. Okay, if you say it like that and you chant it, they're trying to throw you out of football games. They're like, well, they can't throw thousands of them out of football games. They won't be able to sell their pop, their $100 pop and $100 hot dogs. But they claim if you make a sign, they can take that sign from you and lock you up. Ain't that the same thing? Freedom of speech, freedom of expression. Yeah. You know, I mean, so they're wanting if you make freedom a sign. Press. Yeah, well, you'll never see that in the paper like that because they won't. There's newspapers like, well, we can't print that. No, you can. You just don't want to.
No, well, it's all about money. They're not making money on it,
right? I'm sure it's fun and it lets people blow off some steam and make a statement. Yes, and you need to let them make a statement. Let them make their signs. I've seen flags. F Joe Biden. I've seen people on the back of trucks. F Joe Biden signs flaming. I've seen cops go by and wave at them. The cops can't arrest them. They like maybe that cop thinks F Joe Biden. You know, I don't know, but he can't say that being public servant. But there's nothing they can do. So why is the administration getting so damn mad? They want to pass
retaliation.
Yeah, retaliation. I don't understand. I don't get it. On the same note, just because you have the right to do something
doesn't mean it's right.
Don't mean
exactly
it's
right.
Right, but if you're not breaking the law, they shouldn't bother you. And people are throwing kids in the mix. There's children in the way, your kids. If you take your kids to a public area, you shouldn't know you're going to hear foul language because it's public. People still have the right. You know, is it right for them to cuss? I don't know. I try to watch the kids. You know, I try to not to cuss around the kids. Old people, I don't give a shit about the old people. You're old enough to know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're old enough to know. Yeah. Of course, you ought to hear some old people cuss when they get mad.
That's just the deal of it. Respect has gone way out of you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just listening to an old timer talk about how he was brought up and stuff. That's what it is. They didn't have all this technology that everybody has today.
Yes.
They're living off of that. They live, you know, I see these comments about the Amish and stuff here. You know, they're in their basements or whatever it was. You know, they don't have to worry about that stuff. They don't have to watch CNN. They don't care that stuff. You know, I got 2 Amish boys that work for me, and you know, with my mowing company and everything, and they're great workers. You never catch them on the phone. They never gripe and complain that it's too hot. They're always respectful to and from everybody.
Yep.
And you know, it's just it's a lost trait that everybody's had. You know, respect your neighbor, respect your elders.
Right. I grew up in Jamesport, Missouri. You know what that is, and there's a huge Amish community over there. Okay, and I've got to see a lot of them. A lot of them are respectful, but a lot of them want to go out and party and drink. They go park their buggies out in town and jump into the Yankee car and drive around in Yankee clothes. Okay. But that's with every race. Everybody does that. I say every race, every religious, everybody does it. Okay, there's nobody that's exempt from anything. But yeah, respect is one thing, but respect is something that's given too. Sure. I mean, they're F Joe Biden because he's a worthless piece of shit. He's not respecting us. You know, he's up there talking about, you know, get vaccinated. Yeah. I'm losing my patience. I'm losing your patience with who? You mean my dad? Who are you losing patience with, sir? You know, I'm losing my patience with the border being so out of control, a damn mess, busing people to other states, you know, and they're not. Everybody on his plan to get vaccinated, postal workers are not getting vaccinated.
How would you like to live in Texas? How'd you like to have 100,000 of them come over through your yard every day?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. And here's another thing: the Texas governor right now, that man should run for president. I mean, he's passing laws in his state to protect his state, okay, and to shut down the border. And he's won in the court of law. They say, yeah, he can do it. He's fighting the administration to do it. Is he going to make a dent? I don't know. But I mean, the governor has a right to his state.
And that's one big thing about these big time politics and stuff. You want to watch. I mean, you got something over at this side, and they're distracting you, and they saying, okay, this is going on. We've got this recall on this beef and stuff. And then over here on this other side, they've got something else totally what they're actually doing, their incentive. So
yeah,
you got to watch the screen shows, smoking. You know, it's just all it is just a magic show. I mean,
it is.
You can't fall for it, and that's what they put on this stuff all day long. I got a brother that's in. He's got COPD and he can't really get out when it's too hot and stuff. And he sits and watches that TV all day long, and it's all about vaccine or,
About the COVID.
COVID or variants and all this stuff. And if you do that every single day and watch it every single day, man, that's got to fry your brain.
Yeah, it's fear mongering. They put that on there to brainwash you. Look, is COVID a real thing? I'll surrender. It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Is it as bad as they say it is? I don't think so. If it was, why they got to pay you to do it?
Well, I spent 7 years in the medical industry, medical field, worked for maintenance supervisor and CNA and medtech and all that stuff over the years. And they used to say, hey, if you get your flu shot and you do get the flu, you will compensate you for that, and so on and so forth. But when I got the flu shot, I didn't worry about John Doe over there if he got the flu shot himself or not. I didn't care because I was protected. Okay. And that flu shot lasted all winter long till, springtime, summer goes, and you get another one in the fall. Not saying that they didn't work or anything of it, but I worried about me. I worried about me. Now, this new is okay. You got to get this. You got to go. Okay, are you vaccinated? Or are you not vaccinated? And you got your booster. You got your. I heard people talking about their third and fourth booster shots.
Right. If it's so effective, you should know that. If you're fully vaccinated, I don't care if you are. I'm not going to ask you, but if you're fully vaccinated, why are you worried about me not being vaccinated?
Right.
You're supposed to be protected. Isn't that what they're telling you? You're highly protected.
And that's what people are saying now. It's a hip about my medical information is none of your business.
Right. My body, my choice. Now it's starting to backfire on all the women that said that out there for abortions. Now it's backfiring.
Sure.
Like, well, my body, my choice. That's not what you were saying about COVID. Which, when it comes to abortion, I'm two ways. I've always been two ways, and I'll always be two ways. I'm against abortion. I hate it. I think it's wrong. However, I'm also not stupid. First of all, it ain't my body. The women know more about their body than I know. Period. In the story. Two, if she was raped, or violently raped or incest, then I think she should be able. Sure. She should be able to get raped. That's where I'm at with it. I'm not going to base anything on religious purposes. I'm not going to base on morals and ethics. I don't like it because I don't like it. But I think if she was raped, or if she was incest, get rid of it. I don't think she should be a hoe and just go around humping all the time and getting pregnant, getting rid of them. I don't like that. That's a no-no for me. But again, says, remember when the news was only on for an hour and they would tell you what happened and let you make up your mind about whether you agree or not agree? Thank you, Dean Cerny. Yeah. Now,
same thing with newspapers too. And it kind of depends on. Again, it goes back to who owns the TV company, who owns the newspaper. What does it want to say?
You used to be able to put something in the paper, and as long as you put your name on it, where everybody knew where to send a hate mail to, you can do it. Now they won't do it. No, I can't allow that. First of all, I shouldn't say it. First of all, bitch, ain't nobody talking to you. I'm not asking permission. I want to put this in there. But everything's, and they're doing this to keep us down for a reason, and I'm not sure what's going on. But all right, let's get in a little bit of. It's time now to do some Pimps Pets, and those of you that know this segment, you're in for a treat today. Today's Pimp's Pet is called pangolin. Pangolin. Now, this, if you go back and research, this is the animal they first had COVID come out. This is the animal they blamed it on right here. They said it looked like an anteater, an aardvark type of thing. This is what they blamed it on at first. Now they're saying it's a bat. But here we go. Check that thing out.
Pretty cool looking animal.
Actually, it's pretty damn cool. Usually I try to get a weird animal, but this
that's kind of like a armadillo family. Yeah.
All right, let me give you. We'll leave it on that picture for a second, and let me give you a description here. The physical appearance of a pangolin is marked by large, hardened, overlapping plates like scales, which are soft on newborns, but harden as the animal matures. They are made of creatine.
Keratin.
Is that keratin or creatine?
Keratin.
My bad.
Fingernails.
My bad. Yeah, keratin, the same material made up. Yeah, and fingernails and tetrapod claws. I guess it's certain claws. Okay, it says right there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Tetrapod claws. Yeah, and made of a structurally and compositely very different from scales of a reptile. So
like hard fingernails. All
yeah,
over.
And they must not give very much because a reptile, they bend and give. They have a scaly body, comparable in its appearance to pine cone.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't think it's such. All right, that's it. It can curl up into a ball when threatened, with overlapping scales acting as armor, while it protects its face by tucking it under the tail.
Oh, wow.
The scales are sharp, providing extra defense from predators. They emit a nauseous-smelling chemical from the glands near the anus, similar to the spray of a skunk. Okay, they have short legs and sharp claws, which they are used in burrowing into the ants and termites. Okay, so they do eat ants and termites. Getting in their mounds for climbing. The tongues of these animals are extremely long, and like those of a giant anteater, and the tube-lipped nectar bat. A bat got a tongue that long? Okay. The root of the tongue is not attached, all right, to the bone, but is in the thorax between the sternum and the trachea. All right. Large pangolins can extend their tongues about 40 meters, which is 16 inches, with a diameter of only about a fifth of an inch.
So it's got a tongue about like a pencil.
Yeah. Yeah, but it can get way out there. 16 inches of pencil. Okay. Look at that. Look at that tail.
They come across that and they decided that was what COVID.
At first, they said this is what made COVID, but then they quickly changed that. And I knew that was all bullshit because how many people actually touch these damn things? Now they're saying here in the state of Missouri, well, all over the United States, but here in the state of Missouri, they got this thing going up about how they're wanting to postpone deer season, which I'd be stupid because deer season makes the state of Missouri a lot of freaking money. Okay, but
your food stuff, they don't want you to be self-sufficient.
I read that article. I'm thinking this. So
Wow.
what my brother redneck a-hole and I are going to do? We're going to get some Walmart bags. As we kill a deer, we're going to put it over the face and over the ear, and then we got a COVID mask for the deer.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, come on, Mary, you got to have a little fun with something. You know what I'm saying? You might as well poke at them.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, maybe that deer was vaccinated.
Oh, he ain't vaccinated. I didn't check. That'd be funny to go down there and see a vaccination state. Some game warden standing up. Come get your COVID shot. Have a line of whatever.
You know, I wouldn't put it past them to withhold hunting permits from people that aren't.
That's
I
think they thought about that, but they made a drastic change last year because they wouldn't get enough revenue. It used to be if you had 5 acres of land here in the state of Missouri, 5 acres of land, consecutive acres, you get free farm tax. Yeah. Now it's 19 acres. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that screwed me. They didn't tell me. I spent $50 this year on tax. Jeez. $50. I'll never do it again because I'm not used to buying tax. I'm used to getting it for free. All right, so $50 on tax. So if they get everybody that's not vaccinated, a lot of them are hunters, okay, and they don't get taxed, they're not going to buy them. That's a lot of revenue lost.
Wow.
A lot of revenue lost. And I think they'll play games like Justin says on here. So you're saying you play fuck around and find out games. Get your ass juiced. Yeah. Yep. So that was a pimp's pet. What do you think about that, Mayor?
Interesting.
Neat little thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'd like to see one of those. I've got 2 kids, a daughter that's 25. I have to do the math here, and a son that's 19. And I've been trying to go down to see the albino alligator.
Okay.
Down there at the zoo, Kansas City Zoo, for those 2 kids. Never got the chance, but I got a granddaughter now. Maybe I'll get to see that. Maybe they'll have one of those down there too. That'd be kind of neat to see.
Those are mainly Africa and India is where that particular one is out of. Obviously China, the Asian continent. So yeah, Asian continent and then India right there. So yeah, I said Africa, but that's not correct. It's China and Indonesia, India stuff. What that was? Having trouble hearing the mayor. Okay, we'll have him talk a little later. All right, guys, get your pencils ready, or excuse me, get your fingers ready. It's now time for trivia. It went a little longer than we thought, but the mayor has got the trivia question today.
I got some trivia questions I kind of did today while I was at work.
How many you got?
Well, let me see here. It's really not enough. Well, I've got,
because if we got a couple of them, we'll give them 20. We'll give them 20 entries apiece.
all right.
And so, guys, get ready to go. When the mayor's got the question, I'm gonna turn it over to him so to find out. These are how many?
These are kind of trivia. I mean, on this date, what happened on this date?
Okay, 20 apiece. So anybody can figure it out. Gets 20 entries for every question he asks. Ready? Go.
Just let me find one here. I'm sorry. Okay. On this date in 1997, October 12th, 1997, there was an aircraft. There was an aircraft accident. Can anybody tell me who was the person that was involved in that? October 12th, 1997, a famous individual died in an aircraft.
That's tragic. People died on my birthday. That's terrible.
This is on 1997. Is anybody?
1997, a famous person died in an aircraft. Who was it on this day, October 12th, 1997? A famous person died in an aircraft. How much famous we talking, Mary? A little bit famous?
Pretty famous.
You got JFK Jr. For Justin. No.
It did start with a J, though.
You're wrong, Justin. No 20 for you. I see people, the numbers went down, so I know people are looking. So we got some people that are typing in their fingers right now.
Okay.
John Denver died.
Yep.
Ding, 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 ding. Dean
it.
Cerny. All right. That's 20 for Dean. All right.
And
Justin had 20 Dean so far.
Well, this one is I don't think I screenshotted this one or anything, but on this date, many years ago, there was I guess an individual accidentally came across discovering something. Does anybody know who that was? It was basically a founding father or founding individual for.
So we're talking 17.
Nope.
1700s in that area.
We're talking before that.
1600s.
This is kind of cool. I didn't even know this was on this date.
One of the founding fathers of the United States on October 12th discovered something back in the early years. And I'm gonna give you.
Nope, it's not.
It's not him.
Nope, and it was before Ben Franklin.
Oh, because that's who I was guessing.
It was before 1500s. It's October 12th.
October 12th.
This is kind of a cool one.
So, well, let's think about this a minute. Back in that far, you did a lot of astrology and things going on back in that day.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody with astrology or scientific community. Figure out, guys. Don't let Dean win because he's looking right now. Dean. Is that good?
Okay, this was someone. I'm gonna delete that one there. It wasn't Ben Franklin. It was a exploration group. I'll give you another hint. It was an exploration group that was looking for East Asia.
East Asia.
Mm-hmm.
A group that was exploring discovered something October 12th, East Asia. Well, I know October 12th, a long time ago, was Christopher Columbus discovered a new world right here, Dean
There you
Cerny.
go.
Christopher Columbus.
Yep. On October 12th, 1492, Columbus
So
sailed
the
blue.
ocean blue. I was born there on Columbus Day.
Believing he's reached East Asia, his expedition went ashore the same day and claimed the land for Isabella and Ferdinand of Spain, who sponsored his attempt to find the Western Ocean route. Okay, I got one more.
All right. Dean's got 40.
He's good, isn't he?
Yeah, Dean's good. He's smart. He's not an idiot. He owns trains, so he can't be too dumb.
Okay. On this date, there was an. Let me see how I can word this. There was a activity. It would be a celebration. There's a celebration that was originated on this date in the 1800s.
In the 1800s, okay.
And and it's still celebrated today. And it's coming up in this month, and everybody celebrates it.
I know. All right.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I do know what it is. I know what it is. October 12th in 1800s, this coming holiday.
Nope.
Dean, he says Halloween.
Halloween, nope.
No, that is not it. It says it was discovered in 1800s, October 12th, certain thing coming up was celebrated in this month. All right. He's doing that. Here's some ironic news. As we started the show with, you let the cat out of the bag. Today's my birthday. Well, 50 years ago, I was actually born on a Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Today's Tuesday. I was actually born on a Tuesday. That's cool. Yeah, that is kind of cool. Now, we all celebrate birthdays on the same day we were born through our lives, you know. But it was kind of ironic. Hit the 50th birthday on the same day I was actually born on. It was a Tuesday. I was born a Tuesday morning. I was delivered by my grandmother before the doctor got there.
It's not Columbus Day.
Nope, not Columbus Day. That wasn't discovered in the 1800s. My grandmother delivered me in a wash tub.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was 4 pounds, 10 ounces, a little bitty baby, right? Full term. Doctor gets there and tells my grandmother, cutting the cord. He was cutting the cord, cleaning my mom up, and says, he wasn't very big. He'll never be very tall. He missed his guess. He ended up being, 6 foot tall, well over 270, at times, So I think he missed his guess.
Yeah.
But 50 years, I've had a pretty good life, man. I've raced cars. I've been an MMA fighter, professional comedian, fighting, drinking.
It's been a fun journey, huh?
Married twice. The law don't like me, but that's, I'm trying to patch fences with them. But learned a lot of things, and a lot of things I don't know. There's absolutely a lot of things I don't know, and I was mistreated a lot growing up. I was sexually abused, regularly abused. I see my mother get knocked around, by my useless stepdad. Hated the first guys. Never met my real biological dad, and a whole history I didn't even know about him until 2010. All I knew was I was Indian, had Indian blood, but I didn't know what kind, or nothing like that. And he finally, educated me on where I'm. And I did some more education last night. Quapaw, Oklahoma. You ever heard of Quapaw, Oklahoma? It's right on the corner of northeast corner, right next to Joplin, Missouri. Okay. Quapaw. That's where my grandfather was born, to the natives there. Okay. Cool. He married a lady from over in Livingston County, okay, who was Cherokee.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I got a lot of Indian in me.
Yeah.
White men come in and out. Indians came in and out in my lineage all the way through there.
It's not the Navy's birthday. I'll give you a hint.
Okay, here you go. Here's a hint.
Here's a hint. It involves beer. It involves beer.
Oh. Developed overseas.
Huh?
Well, does this thing start overseas?
Start overseas.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Oktoberfest.
Ding,
Yep.
ding, 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 ding. Yeah, ding. Damn
Yep.
it, ding. Got it good.
And let me read this to you. It's kind of cool. It was. That's the wrong one.
So that put Dean down for 60. 60 more entries for Dean. All right, that's excellent. That was good. That was good.
Well, anyway, it started off with beer drinking and horse racing and continued on and still is today. So it was in Bavaria is where it originated from.
Yeah, I was gonna say it used to be we're drinking mead.
Yeah.
It was a beer called mead. Yeah. Kind of like a Renaissance festival type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It's kind of funny that it starts in October and this year's Oktoberfest. So
there's a lot of exciting things happen in October.
Absolutely.
Me being born there, of course. But a lot of things happen. So yeah, but listen, I got some great kids. A couple of them got issues, and been a long 50 years. Body's held up decently, although I put a lot of injuries on myself that I shouldn't have had. But I'm thankful, and now I own a W Entertainment, and it's a great organization. Justin, he turned it all fully over to me, and I'm going to take her a long ways. And you guys have been a big part of it. Says Oktoberfest and Navy's birthday go hand in hand. Only 2 days to celebrate in October. Yeah, October's it's a good month. It's a cool month to be in because you get ready to go to fall into November and in December. Well, I got you here before we wrap down. What's your worst month? What month do you hate the worst? I got 2 months.
I would say probably any month from January to May would fall in that icy cold. Any of those.
Okay.
You got daylight savings. You got all that crap going on. So it's just from coming from a framing, carpenter, framer in the background.
Now a grass mower.
Hopefully I'll be doing a little more recreation on that time, but in January is terrible. It's beginning of the new year. It's crappy weather. There's nothing out. Everything's just crap. I mean,
my first one I hate is February. It's the cold here in Missouri. It's the coldest month of the damn year.
And they throw those holidays and stuff in there. Just try to, you got
Valentine's
New Year's Day, you got Valentine's, you got all these to try to speed it along. But in October, it seems like you have Halloween, and a week or so later, it's Thanksgiving, and then you eat again on Christmas, and then you got that long wait. So
and then you're pent up. So I hated February cold, and this other month I don't no longer hate it. I don't care too much for it. It used to be April.
Yeah.
Because April, I had what they used to call cabin fever. Okay. I was pent up from the winter. I couldn't get out yet, couldn't do nothing. And almost every case I had was in April when I got in trouble with the law because I was pent up, I was frustrated. But the second one I hate the most is August. August is a great month as far as getting out and do things. It's hotter than popcorn fart sometimes. But I lost both my grandparents, ironically, in that month. My grandmother died in 1981, August 17th. My grandpa died 2 years ago, August 31st.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, he was a good guy. She was a hell woman. He's a good guy. So there you go. All right, guys, got Pimps Pets. We already did that. Let me know what you think. Here with the mayor, we're going to wind down a little bit early because it's my birthday, and I'm going to fix to get the hell up out of here and go have me something to eat. But
go somewhere where they're working inside. You don't want to go for your birthday to a drive-through.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind anyway. I'm lucky I got a shirt on with sleeves. My brother right here, Redneck A-hole, this is my brother Dale. They call us the Pimp Brothers. When we're together, people back up. They leave us be. But he says it's beginning to be sleepless weather for me. Oh, shit, I'm way a year behind. It's not me being Sasquatch. Yeah, this guy, I'll tell you something. He could shave, right, and then smoke my ass and beard. I've been growing this beard for 7 years. Never cut this beard. 7 years. That's a Native American to me. I can't grow a beard very fast, right? This guy could shave. 3 weeks later, looks like a fucking unlocks cars, gets towed vehicle, works at Brotherton's over there. So he works his ass off. But we work harder in the wintertime sometimes cutting that wood.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm 50 now, and he's getting close up there. That's a young man's game.
They say if you burn wood, you get 2 sweats out of it. You get the sweat of cutting it and the sweat of burning it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Dean, he says, I'm full blood Sasquatch. Yeah, I got a photo of Dean being in Kansas City. They got a fake Sasquatch walking around.
Oh,
Yeah, like Dean, but yeah, he's a big dude, all haired looking guy.
I seen a Sasquatch Bigfoot bumper sticker on the way coming in. He says, on the way here, actually, it says, Bigfoot doesn't believe in you either.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny.
I see. I'm a huge Chuck Norris fan.
Oh, yeah.
Huge Chuck Norris fan. And I see a lot of memes on them. They better knock that shit off too, but it means about Chuck Norris. But anyway, Dale sent me one that said, Chuck Norris went to a feminist rally.
Oh, yeah.
And when he was done, I can't get it all the way out. When he was done, they ironed his shirt and made him a sandwich. Okay.
Yeah.
And one of the other ones I like of Chuck Norris, one of my favorite ones I like of Chuck Norris, is Chuck Norris don't take pictures of Bigfoot. Bigfoot takes pictures of Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Okay. I've always loved that one too. But let's see where we're at here. More people believe in me than they believe in Joe Biden winning in 2020. Hey, look, 81 million people voted for this guy.
Come on. Isn't that his phrase? Come on, man.
Get vaccinated.
Yeah.
I'm losing my patience. Woo-hoo. Mr. President, we're losing our patience with you. Well, guys, I'm Redneck Pimp. I'm going to wrap it up a little bit early tonight. Man, I appreciate y'all coming in. And I close saying the same thing I always tell you. I'd rather spend 3 hours talk to you on the phone than 30 minutes at your eulogy. Okay? And to surround myself with good people. I got the mayor here. Anytime you're in town, you need to talk, man, he'll talk.
Yep. Need help, holler at me.
He knows the ins and outs. He deals lots with first responders. And we had a guy that used to work for Hamilton PD who ended up committing suicide.
Yep.
And that hit him pretty hard. It really touched him.
Yep.
He knows what the struggle's like. Dean, you guys get on and get a hold of Dean Cerny, Dale Baldwin, my brother, all these other folks that were tuning in. You know, Justice Snodgrass. I guarantee he'll work with you.
Yep.
You know, the lady from Bramer. Here she is, Chastity Payne. Talk to these people. Yep. You don't want to do that. It doesn't accomplish anything. It makes your family hurt. They miss you, and that pain never goes away. Your pain went away, but that pain never goes away. Yeah. And if you're married, if your mother and father are still alive, and they're married, a lot of times it breaks up a marriage.
Sure,
it really does. It's nothing gets a divorce faster than a child, death of a child, whether it's accident or anything like that. So, Dean's put his phone number on here before. Go back and look it out. If you ever want to talk, just go on W Entertainment and say, "I need to talk." And I promise you, we got guys behind the scenes that you don't even know that will talk to you and get you going. Suicide is never the answer. We don't want that. Listen, brothers and sisters, you guys have been there. You've been in that combat. You're about there, brother. You've got the hard part over with. I know life sucks for veterans when we get out because we're used to doing things a certain way. And life throws this president at you. Life throws things at you. You'll get by it. Trust me when I tell you, you'll get by it. Okay? I love you guys. On behalf of the mayor of Hamilton, Missouri,
yep,
everybody here at WOW Entertainment Network, I'm Redneck Pimp, Richie King. Keep yourselves healthy and happy.
Yep.
Don't dog ahoy.
Yep. Peace out, guys.
November 6th is coming.